Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Man, cut all this goddamn hair. Hey, what the hell going on out there in Puerto Rico? You got this guy Gtfoh on the island for his tax benefits. And now he out there want to represent the flag. And now Gtfoh is turned into Jake the Puerto Rican. Jake Paul went out there to Puerto Rico. Man that's got his hand on some yuca empanadas and run around eating plantain pasteles, right? And now he talking about he's a real Latino warrior. He's the real Puerto Rican fighter. Since Felix Trinidad, there hasn't been a Puerto Rican fighter like him, and how Jake the Puerto Rican is the face of boxing and carry the island on his back. And now as a Puerto Rican, he's the guy to represent that beautiful island of Puerto Rico against Canelo, the real Mexican monster. Now to that I say, in the most respectful way, right? To hold your horses and stop taking it to the stupido. Jake Paul is a Puerto Rican. Let me tell you something, man. I got a lot of friends who from the PR, right? And we sitting here cracking up at this shit that Jake Paul's trying to pull. Now, y'all got to understand, Jake Paul is all about his money. Nobody's hating on him. Nobody's knocking him at all. But you just can't come out here, man, and eat you one or two plates of roast con pollo and some little sopa and a little habichuela and shit, little mofongo menudo and shit. You can't come out here and pull a fast one on us and think the whole goddamn country is going to get behind you as a Puerto Rican to go face a Mexican fighter like Canelo. That shit ain't going to happen. Jake Paul is from Ohio. That's Ohio. Ohio is not Puerto Rico. I can't take this. You know what I'm saying? Now don't get me wrong. There may be some people out there who are going to support Jake Paul because there's a lot of good to Jake Paul. You know, we could sit here and make a funny video about him saying he's Puerto Rican and shit, right? But there's a lot of good about Jake Paul, and I don't want to take away from that. However, now, let's be real. No matter how much good things we can say about Jake Paul, we cannot call the man a Puerto Rican. And you can see right through him and what he's trying to do is to basically try to get the most support possible, which is smart. This guy is a content creator, man. He's a boxer now too, don't get me wrong, but he knows kind of what to say to get a reaction, how to push buttons, and how to demand attention, and when he gets the attention, how to hold it and keep it. But it doesn't matter what you say. Just because he's gone out there and learned about a little sofrito, learned about a little recaito. He knows what recao is. The saison con achiote, saison sin achiote. The fuck out of here. The man's not Puerto Rican. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't representing no goddamn Puerto Rico when he gets in the ring to fight anybody. What they call him, El Gallo? What's that shit, like the crazy rooster or something? Yo, we got, you know what we do with crazy roosters and all that shit out there in Trinidad, man? We eat them fuckers, you know what I'm saying? That's what they're going to do to Jake Paul, eat his ass up. Whatever it is that he can give them, they're going to take and enjoy it. Ain't nobody taking him serious. You know, the good that he brings to the island, they're like, great, a lot of attention. They had an event there, so there's some pros to Jake Paul, and they're going to support that. They're going to enjoy that. But don't think for 1 second that all of a sudden Jake Paul now is going to be seen as a Puerto Rican. Now, one thing I will say, it don't matter how much yuca that motherfucker eats, right? and chuleta, right? Pork chop and shit Puerto Ricans be eating, right? If he learns Spanish, then I don't know. You know what I'm saying? If Jake Paul come out here, como están, buenas dias, buenas noches, buenas tardes, they may see that motherfucker as a Puerto Rican, you know, because you start speaking that Spanish and shit. But you know what? That may not be enough. Speaking Spanish ain't enough. You know what it's going to take for Jake Paul to be given a stamp of approval by Puerto Rico is he's already boxing, right? Boxing or baseball, right? So he's doing one of the two sports. Got the boxing down. He eating the food and shit. He gotta learn how to cook some, but he liked the food obviously. So boom, he got the food. He eating the food, right? He got to learn the Spanish, right? If he learns Spanish, that's gonna be huge, but that's not enough. You know what the white boy has to do? The Puerto Rican, fucking need to learn to dance salsa. If Jake Paul learns how to dance salsa, oh, it's over. He Puerto fucking Rican. Jake Paul fight Canelo, the whole Puerto Rico coming behind him, man. All that shit with the timbale, whatever that shit is called, man. We call it something different in Trinidad. But they coming out there with the drums and this and shit. Motherfuckers dancing in the street barefoot, man. Even the dog dancing in the street. El perro. Baila, baila, baila. You watch. Jake Paul come out there and start speaking Spanish and learn to dance salsa. Then he's a fucking Puerto Rican. But until then, he's a Puerto Rican. Jake the Puerto Rican. Get out of here with that bullshit. Jake Paul, a Puerto Rican. Gonna represent the Puerto Rican. He go fight Saul, Mexico versus Puerto Rico. But when he said that shit, I fell out my chair last night. I'm like, Jake Paul is out here hustling, man. Hustling. You gotta be fucking kidding me, man. Hey, I don't care how many Christmas baskets full with goddamn pastelas and shit that he gives to everybody in the fucking island. Jake Paul ain't no Puerto Rican, man. I am sitting here cracking up. Anyway, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents. I'm in the breeze.